to be not vaccinated, they will be fined $4,000 or imprisoned. If it could be proven that they didn't know, it's a $1,000 fine, but I don't think there'll be too much VAT. So it's now a law that's passed into our statutes. If you want to look at our statutes in New Zealand, they are found at legislate.gov.nz. I think it's legislate, it could be legislation, one or the other. You'll find it if you Google legislation.gov.nz. You'll find it, and it's the COVID Health Response Act, somewhere along those lines. Just type that in, you can read it for yourself. Actually, I might put a link in this video.
Shalom, all praise, glory, honor, fear. How about Shim Yao Shai? Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to elders and citation to election. And it's a great time living in, because you really can't fake it if you have the Lord or not. You know, and if you're really defending the gospel and defending the truth with your whole being, not just defending it when it feels good or when, you know, it's easy, but also defending it when you have your livelihood, your house, your job, your car, your money on the line, you know. And going into the video I did prior, you go to John 3 and 30, says, he must increase, but I must decrease. So it's all about Yahushua increasing in you. You know, and yes, sisters say a little leaven, leaveneth the whole lump. But when it's the small seed and a little that a righteous man hath, right? When it's that kind of little, that's good, you see? That little seed, you allow it to grow, you see? And then, and faith is on what's gonna get us through and give us a victory from all this, all these laws and statutes that are being changed. And like it's saying in Daniel 7, he shall think to change the times and laws to wear out the saints from Most High, you see. But in the process of us standing up for the Lord, he's going to strengthen us. He's going to be with us, and he's going to show himself mighty upon us. Like in the Maccabees, they were fasting. They were in the wilderness. They were really basically annexed from the world, from the society. But the Lord was with them, and they were wrought in great victories. And the same thing's going to happen for us warriors that are really seeking our salvation with fear and trembling. Not just being about the Lord and his business and his gospel and his truth, you know, keeping ourselves away from idols and from vaccines and mark of the beast and putting things into us and putting things on us, so on and so forth. But also when the camera's off, when you're walking alone, so much and more. And Psalms 35:1, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, fight against them that fight against me. And the thing is with our people is that they didn't understand the way of the Lord or the prophets, because when Yahushua, the prophets came, they didn't really come for peace. They came for war. They came for breaking things up and destroying, you know, breaking things up and building bringing about a new way of thinking. But the thing is with the Pharisees, chief priests, and elders at the time, they're back here today, is that they was so hell-bent on keeping their place and preserving and keeping everything together. But see, the word of the Lord is a sword, and it's supposed to divide, cut, and break up, and separate and divide. And that was a true lot of also a priest, was to separate the holy from the unholy. And this is why the vast majority of our people, even in this truth, they fight against us. They come against us. You know, don't listen to those guys. They don't know what they're talking about. We know exactly what we're talking about, man. You know, we got the doctrine down, and we actually have Yahushua with us. A lot of guys, you have the doctrine. You have the mark of the beast is an RFID chip. You know, but you don't have Yahushua, the spirit of prophecy, the spirit of the Lord, which is faith, mercy, kindness, love, patience, long-suffering, forgiveness, mercy. You see? So Yahushua has to increase and rise in you, and you have to decrease to yourself, and then you'll be able to get through these times. You know? Matter of fact, let's get that in Maccabees and just close out. But I just want to bring this out real quick, because this is the time we've been forewarning of. You know, and you have governments literally killing civilian protesters in Colombia and in Myanmar. They're doing that too. And there's like a media like blackout of that, See, they're saying, oh, the vaccine's killing these people, it's killing these people. But what about the government in Colombia, the government in Myanmar, the government in America killing people? See, here in America, in the Babylon the Great, the Horde, they kill you with wine, they kill you with smooth things. And here, eat this, take this, please the flesh. See, but if you live in pleasure, you're dead while you liveth. You see? So it's all about suffering and putting off the weak nature and being afflicted for this word, man, and this truth. This is what the life that we're living is all about. We count all things but dung, that we might attain Yahweh Shai. That's what we've done. See, so it's not gonna be no problem not looking back and just flushing this fucking world and this life that we have here down the toilet and sacrificing it all, which is our reasonable service. First Maccabees 6 and 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. You see that? So it's gonna get worse than that, So it's easy to say, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite, I'm a Prince of Power, I'm of the tribe of this. Put on your social media, feel all cool, yeah. But are you gonna still be in that same energy, saying that same thing when all hell breaking loose? Are you gonna deny the Lord when you're faced with a guillotine or a bullet to the head? First Maccabees 3 and 16. And when he came near to the going up of Bethoron, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company. You see, a small company, only a few, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? And the Lord said, when the children, when the bridegroom is not with the children of the bride, right, then they shall fast. So we're in the spiritual, and we do fast. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We give things off of the flesh to serve the Lord day in and day out, making our call and election sure. But if you're in the spirit, and if you've been doing what you were supposed to be doing and taking heed to the Lord's commandments, like it's saying John 13, happy is he that heareth these sayings of the Lord and doeth them. Washing each other's feet, looking out for each other, knowing the state of the flocks, of the sheep. Happy are ye. And so we're to rejoice and be excited, because this is the downfall of all the wicked and the upcoming of our glorious kingdom that shall never be destroyed or taken down or given to another people too. All praise, glory, honor, fear, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakadash, Baba Paul. You brothers, stay strong. Our redemption draweth nigh. Take heed, no man takes your crown. And keep pressing on. Give the Lord no rest. Keep giving these demons all this pressure, all this heat. Shalom.
Real, verifiable, and scary information that this thing will harm or kill your children if it's not shared with the world. So share this wherever you can and continue to reshare and reshare and reshare. Documented cases that prove that we are not conspiracy theorists that are losing our mind. We are not ingesting drugs or wearing tinfoil hats, but that we are onto them and we care about our fellow Americans no matter where on the planet they come from. If they are here, they are brothers and sisters, even if we can only identify them as theirs ID 1166062-1, 5 months old. Patient received second dose of Pfizer vaccine on March 17th while at work. March 18th, 2020, her 5-month-old breastfed infant developed a rash and within 24 hours was inconsolable, refusing to eat, and developed a fever. Patient brought baby to local ER where assessments were performed. Blood analysis revealed elevated liver enzymes. Infant was hospitalized but continued to decline and passed away. There's ID 1199455-1, 17 years old. Patient reported difficulty breathing and chest pain, suffered cardiac arrest and death. VAERS ID 1218081-1, 17 years old. From postmortem report from the hospital, when on 4/10/21, she was in the process of self-catheterization and began experiencing difficulty breathing. Shortly after she collapsed and was not breathing, EMS arrived. Aside from a short period of returned pulses, she remained in PEA despite an estimated 45 to 50 minutes of resuscitation, and she died. 17 years old. How about VAERS ID 1225942-1, 16 years old. Her life mattered. Patient was a 16-year-old female who received Pfizer vaccine, 319 of 21, at vaccine clinic, and presented with ongoing CPR to the ED 32821 after cardiac arrest at home. Patient placed on ECMO and imaging revealed.
Shalom, all praise, glory, honor, and fear. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. And I'm gonna say this, man. A lot of you guys, a lot of you elders and brothers, you got blood on your hands, man. Cause you're giving forth an uncertain sound, right? You're giving an uncertain trumpet, and blood is on a lot of guys' hands. A lot of guys are guilty of the blood of the prophets, and we're coming down to nitty gritty of things, man. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this is geared towards our people. This is geared towards our people first and foremost. You see, the heathens, they can take as much vaccines as they want. We gonna call it how it is. I'm not gonna trim my way to seek love and try to save my goddamn YouTube channel, man. A lot of you guys are ashamed of the gospel. When the Lord come back, he's gonna be ashamed of you when he's with his holy angels, man. And you're gonna have part of that liquor fire, man. A lot of guys taking this thing as a joke. You act like you don't realize what's being said through the few men that actually come in the spirit of the Lord, which is the time that we're in is the spirit of war. All right, a spirit of death and a spirit of the judgment if you don't take heed to what the Lord says through his men, through his prophets. You see? Just like the brothers we bring out in Samuel, when Saul was looking for the seer, here Saul is asking Samuel right in his face, do you know where the seer's house is? And then Samuel was like, I am the seer. You see? And we are the true men of the Lord, man, the house of David. And the brother did a video, man, really sparked something, man. And the spirit is increasing exponentially, man. But it's hidden. The work of the Lord is hidden right now. We're doing a marvelous work, man. The Lord's doing a marvelous work through us. But he made a point with the key of the house of David, right? Well, if you're part of the house, if you're in the house of the Lord, household of faith, then guess what? You're going to have the key to get in and to lock behind you. You see? But if you don't, then guess what? You're not going to have the key of understanding, man. And especially if you call him Korah and guys are highly exalted in all these camps, master, man. Yahushua said in Matthew 23, don't call anyone master, man. Be a fucking man. Grow some balls. You see? Proverbs 4:18, but the path of the just is as a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. So as we're coming closer and closer towards the perfect day where we shall be changed incorruptible, immortal, eternal, all right, we're getting closer and closer to that, man, the new covenant. Because going into the new covenant, right, Lord says he's going to give us a new heart, which that new heart is going into Yahushai. A new heart of flesh. He's going to take away the stony heart. He's going to give us a new heart of flesh. And that's why when you go to John the 6th chapter, many of the disciples couldn't walk with Yahushua when they couldn't receive the parable of when he was saying, oh, you have to eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. Going into, you have to partake of what the Lord went through and what he has done in fulfilling the law, putting his life down for the Lord, putting his life down for his nation. And we ought to do the same, man. Psalms 35:1, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me, fight against them that fight against me, right? And Lord, he's fighting for us, man. He's going before us. And he's fighting against Esau, these principalities, these high principalities in high places, and also you guys in high seats that are working with Esau. His name's not E, it's Esau. You see? And Lord, he's fighting against you, man. That's why he's shooting out his arrows now. See, we was in the time of fishing, you know, everything was cool and, you know, there was no waves, it wasn't scary, right? But now it's picking up turmoil, man. There's waves beating on the boat, you know what I'm saying? And now Lord's saying, all right, I need you to be a hunter now. So he's shooting us forth into the darkness, and whoever it hits, hey, it hits. And all you guys, you're offended at the word, man. Just like as Yahushua was a stumbling block and a rock of offense, that's what we are too, man. We're a stumbling block, man, when you come on our channel. And that's why when you hear us speak, man, you get astonished, because this is a true doctrine, true gospel of the Lord. That a lot of you fucking nitwits are trying to pervert. See, the only thing you're going to pervert is your salvation. You're going to be destroyed. See, and you can have basketball players and celebrities and Navy SEALs. They see the chariots, right? But that's not for their salvation. That's the curse that goes over the face of the earth, man. And a lot of you guys, you're a curse. You see? So a lot of you guys say, oh my gosh, it's chariot. But guess what? That chariot is against you, man. Psalms 138:7, though I walk in the midst of trouble, thou wilt revive me. Thou shalt stretch forth thine hand against the wrath of mine enemies, and thy right hand shall save me. See, so we're being revived. We're being brought back to life, brought back to reality. You see? We was once dead, but now we are alive and living. see, and some of us, we shall never die. Believest thou this? See, so we're being revived. We're being resuscitated. So the Lord, he's breathing through us, man. Just like we need to give someone CPR when they're about to die. And it's heavy because when a lot of us was in the world, even when a lot of guys was underneath wicked men, you was dead. You wasn't really alive to Yahweh Shai. You see? The Lord's reviving us. Psalm 33:3. Sing unto him a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise. See, make it loud and clear. You see? Who we praise, who we worship, with our profession of, and not being ashamed of it. You know? And we've got good revelation, but only the virgins, only the chosen could really learn the new song. So that's why you see what's happening in these last days. It's so heavy. The only ones, which is only a few, are able to speak the whole truth, the whole doctrine, man, the whole song. You see? And complete the song. You see? Revelation 14:3. And they sung as it were a new song. You see, Lord said, behold, I make all things new. You see, so he's refreshing. This is like a breath of fresh air. You know, coming like Lord said, if you come across a man like yourself, it's like a cup of cold water, man. It's refreshing. So like I said, a lot of you guys have blood on your hands. You are guilty. You won't get that black stone from Yahweh Shai, not that white stone. You are guilty, man. You are guilty of blood because you instead of trying to save lives, he that saveth lives is wise, right? You guys ain't wise, man. You got the wisdom, which is wickedness of this world, destroying lives. You see, being a murderer, hating your brother. See, he that winneth souls is wise, and that's what we're doing. Meanwhile, our channels, we can barely keep a channel up. But guess what? We're winning souls one by one. And all you guys are not using your talent. You're hiding it, right? You're hiding your talent. You're hiding Yahweh Shai under a bushel, the word. He has taken that from you and given it to one that have 10 talents. And then they're just increasing. They're just getting stronger and mightier. Proverbs 25:25. As cold waters to a thirsty soul, so is a good news from a far country. In the gospel, that word gospel means good news. So a lot of guys, you have all this news, but you don't go into the gospel, man, which is a real good news. You see? So someone can say, oh, there's an earthquake over here. There was a 5 dead over here. But you just like a fucking 7 News analyst, man. Which they put on makeup. They put on a show and an act. A lot of them are gay and sodomites. A lot of them are all weird, you know? You know, you have to do a lot of wickedness just to get that job. You see? Put on a fake smile, you know. Revelation 14:3, and they sung as there were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And what were they redeemed by? By the blood of the Lamb, because they received Yahweh Shai. You see? And by you being truly dead to this world, guess what? You're not going to care a goddamn what the world thinks about you. Or care about social media or this or that or the third. And this is a great mystery, man, only a few know. Psalms 40:3. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear and shall trust in the Lord. And we speak of the Lord's judgments and his mercy. You see, and we're doing it skillfully and loudly, loud and clear. Unlike a lot of you guys that you might be bringing out videos, but it's an uncertain sound, man. Like who's your master? Like in the Garden of the Galaxy, the brothers do. Who's your master? And for a lot of you guys, it's Korah. You literally told on yourself. And it's heavy too, because just like Esau, a lot of you wicked ass 2/3 too. Your own tongue is falling upon yourself. You're telling on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're revealing yourself. You can't even hold back, because there's nothing hidden that shall not be revealed. And there's no darkness where the worker of iniquity shall hide themselves. You see? So everything's being brought out at the last moment, right before the destruction, all the judgment in the end. 1 Corinthians 14:8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? See, and this is a spiritual war, man. And you have to put your whole force, your whole energy into serving the Lord. Put this as your priority. Put this first. You see? Because they'll say, oh, the Lord's playing chess. Well, it's not even chess. Because in chess, the pawns have to go first. See, the way the Lord plays, like, no, the king goes first. I went first, Yahushai. See, a lot of you guys, you're pawns, man. Your only thought process is of this world. You're of this world. You see? It's mad heavy, man. See, Jerusalem and Israel, our people, we're prepared and compacted together. We're ready, man, to lay down our life and do whatever we gotta do to make our Lord well pleased with our service and what we're doing. So going into the new covenant, the Lord putting a new heart, a spirit within us, it's happened, and it's just gonna keep on increasing, keep on getting stronger and more potent until we ultimately change. Because wisdom brings to a kingdom, and this corruptible must put on incorruption. So we're putting it on day by day, shining brighter and brighter. You see, glorifying our Father in heaven, and he keeps on pouring out a spirit of prophecy upon us, man. More revelation, more mysteries, more manifestations, more thoughts on us, And this is why only a few have the new song that they can sing, because they're the only ones that hold the covenant and keep the covenant. And to defend the covenant and remember the covenant of our forefathers. Second Ezra 2:5. As for me, O Father, I call upon thee for a witness over the mother of these children, which would not keep my covenant, that thou bring them to confusion and their mother to a spoil, that there be no offspring of them. You see, so this is what's about to happen to those that don't keep the covenant of our forefathers. And when you go into Maccabees, what was our men doing? They was dying just because they wouldn't. Even the woman, and it's heavy. The women in ancient times have more valor than all you guys in this truth today. That's the truth, because they was actually standing up for something and dying for it. Maccabees, you had the woman. They wouldn't listen to the Edomites and the Grecians, and not circumcising their children. They still circumcise their children. Like, hell no, we're going to circumcise our children. You see? Just like in the time of Egypt. And they died for it. You see? Same thing with the men of the Lord. They said they ain't going to eat no swine. And not just that. See, Matthias, they was burned with zeal. Oh my God. Just threw up in my mouth, man. See, that's how you should feel when looking out the window of this goddamn place. Like, throwing up. This fucking beast, man. But anyways, freaking, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, so you got Matthias. He was moved with zeal. He was so heated with zeal that he saw the Israelite and the Edomite, the Grecian, trying to sacrifice abominations on the temple and the altar, swine, all this, that, and the third. And he ran up and slew him on the temple, man. You see? And that was sparked the hammer. That's what sparked the Maccabees. You see? So we're in a time of judgment being sparked up here now too. And vengeance is the Lord's. He's going to repay. You see? But it's all going to happen real quick. Let me get this last precept here. And so a lot of guys say, oh, you guys are over-righteous demon, overzealous demon. Well, guess what? You ain't righteous enough, partner. A lot of you guys are over-wicked. See? And really, we're balanced, man. Because, yes, we ain't perfect. We confess that. We still have sin remaining in us. But every day, we putting that old man off. We putting that mortal flesh down, the weak nature off. And putting on as the elect, as Yahushai. Psalms 132:12. If thy children will keep my covenant, right, the song, and sing it without taking words out and adding, subtracting from the word, and my testimony that I shall teach them. And see, the testimony of the Lord is what? The testimony of the Lord is actually testifying against this world that they get so pissed off at you and hate you and jealous of you that they want to kill you or throw you in jail. That's testimony of the Lord. The spirit of prophecy says, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore. You see, so Lord, it's all about those that are actually keeping the covenant of our forefathers and are defending it with their life, not with their channel, not with their social media. All right, but actually following the example that the Lord laid down, you see, which is his life. Psalms 103 and 18. To such, 17 says, but the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, in his righteousness unto children's children, to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. You see how beautiful that is? So it's not just about you saying it or knowing it. It's actually you have to do it. Put it to action. You know? Help your brother out. Defend your brother. You know, don't hide your face. I will not be ashamed. Let's go to Sirach. Not be ashamed. Sirach 22 and 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend. We're not ashamed of defending Yahushai. And that's why the Lord said, you are my friends if you do whatever I command you to do. And it's heavy too, because when you're a true friend of someone and they're friend, you're real, you see eye to eye and you're friends. You realize and you can notice when someone is not a real friend of theirs. You know, they just want to be there because it's a birthday party and it's a cake. You know. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him. You see, guys, you hid yourself, man, from us and for other sincere brothers, and you really you showed who you are by your actions. You see, and you're just gonna keep on waxing worse and worse, more reprobate, and less in the spirit, and be carnally minded as death. And all those that hate Yahushua, hate the word, hate the true spirit of the Lord, love death, and you won't receive death. See, but Lord willing, edified. Lord willing, be back. Friday Night Lights tonight. We'll see, Lord willing. Beautiful time we're living in, man. So much things happening, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, and only a few is really gonna receive and listen and take heed to the voice of the Lord, while many is not. They're gonna mock, they get ridiculed, they're gonna not believe. Yeah, right, not him. The Lord didn't send you. Or who are you? You're nobody. Just like they did Yahushua, they were offended at him because they knew his mom and dad and father and sister and cousin. Oh, I know this guy. But they didn't know him, man. They had no idea who he was. Same with us. See, so Lord, the key, the elect, they have the key. They have the key to their brain, and they're able to enter in. They're able to find pasture with the Lord. We're in this world, but we're not of it. All praise, glory, honor, faith, Yahushua, destruction and demise to all you anti-Yahushais, and we mean that. And all you Pharisees and scribes, woe unto you. Same thing in the time of Rome, same thing now, woe unto you. That's the times we approach. And to the elect, stay strong and keep pressing on. Shalom.